Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's a little bit loud. Okay. All right. Everybody's awake now. I will call this Thursday, August 20th, 2026, full city council meeting to order. At this point in time, Mr. Alan George is on deck, and he's going to come and pray for us. If you would, please remain standing after the prayer for a 30-second moment of silence, and then join me with the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, let us pray. Father God, we thank you for the opportunity to come before you this evening in this community service. We ask that you watch over these folks, council members that represent the citizens of our fine community. Ask that you be present in their minds, their actions, their words as we move forward through the items we plan to discuss tonight. Father, we ask you also watch over the citizens of this wonderful town, state, and country. Bless us, guide us, and lead us, and we may be a light to you in everything we do, everything we say. These things we pray in your name. Amen.
All right, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
Indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. All right, Ms. Skelton, can you give us a roll call, please, and thank you?
Sure. Mr. George. Here. Ms. Wetzel. Here. Ms. Young. Here. Mr. Olson. Here. Mr. Bradley. Here. Mr. Pearson. Here. Mr. Gray.
Here.
Mr. Keller.
Here.
Mayor Fred Teague.
Here.
Mr. Smith. And myself. Do you have a quorum?
Got a full house. That's awesome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. If anyone has had the opportunity to look over the minutes from July 16, 2026, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of July 16, 2026. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. At this time, we'll turn our attention to either the screen or the podium for Ms. Brittany Baker, our financial director, for our finance report.
Awesome. Okay. General fund revenues for the month of July totaled $2,357,432, of which $1,200,400, that's hard to say, was sales tax and state turnback. $531,045 was franchise fees and permits. $625,987 was all other revenue. This is a tax revenue comparison. It's a year-to-date analysis. The city's half-cent year-to-date total is $3,445,844.10. The city's portion of the county tax is $4,163,867.38, both of which are up from last year and up above budget projections. General fund expenditures for July totaled $1,606,704. Of that, $1,119,375 were personnel-related expenses. $487,329 were utilities and other. Street fund revenue totaled $910,117. Of that, $592,618 was street sales tax. $230,488 was state turnback and ad valorem tax. $85,511 was interest, and $1,500 was street cutting permits. Street fund expenditures for July, operational expenses totaled $195,050. Of that, $147,328 were personnel related. $47,722 were utilities and other. There were no capital expenses in street fund. Sales tax spending totaled $1,061,315. That was towards sidewalk connectivity, drainage maintenance, pavement preservation, drainage projects, downtown improvements, and the Raise Grant project. State turnback street projects totaled $2,273, all of which was towards the RDOT Highway 7 project. Economic development funds for July, revenue totaled $472,275. Of that, $152,655 was sales tax and rent. $300,000 was state grant revenue. That was for the airport equipment shop. $19,620 was interest. July expenditures in the economic development funds was $244,472. Of that, $49,425 was for quarterly expenses for the Arkansas Valley Alliance. $50,000 was infrastructure development, which was the Woodmont that was previously appropriated. $24,007 was airport mower. $17,432 were for utilities. That was the TCW fiber. $103,608 was towards the recycling station. Below are the various balances of the economic development funds. In totality, those three funds equal $5,783,090.71. Capital Asset Fund, July revenue totaled $435, all of which was interest. July expenditures totaled $13,854. These were capital miscellaneous. There was a Public Works HVAC unit in that, Aquatic Center HVAC repair, Aquatic Center parking lot timer and wiring repair. Also, $3280 went towards iPad equipment replacement. Below is a breakdown of the 1-cent sales tax. This is the one that originally went into place in 2021, renewed this year. What's been received, what's been spent, and the balances of all four. Those total $20,866,600.93 at the end of July. And if there are no questions, that concludes the finance report.
Thank you so much, Ms. Baker. All right, on the mayor's report, it does not show anything, but I do want to take this opportunity to just say a genuine thank you to, this week we got hit with a pretty rough storm. It was not very big, but man, we took a little hit. And as the Arkansas River Valley, we took a hit. So I want to say thank you to all of our Russellville workers, that our Parks and Recs, our Public Works, our PD, Fire, EMS, Pope County, all of their crews, and the utility locators for all of the utilities. Entergy did an incredible job. A shout out to Omar Clemens. I know he does not want to be shouted out to, but that man is amazing. He's a great partner to the city of Russellville, and just he was out late with me several nights doing some things, but I appreciate everybody that made it work. We're blessed to live in such an amazing community. I know some of you had to do without power a little bit longer than others, and there may be some pockets that are still without power. I know they're working on it. I know, thank you to Cards. I can't thank everybody. Cards, who allowed us to put some dumpsters over there for food waste, and there's so many things that go into that. Thank you to Animal Control that is waiving the fees and allowing dumping. It's going to make a lot more work on them, but appreciate them doing all of that. So it takes a community to do this, but thank you to everybody that made it happen, and thank you to the citizens for your patience and your grace for everyone that was helping us and making those things happen. So thank you. All right, we don't have a departmental report this week, and we have a Mr. Grady, you have anything personnel?
No report, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Keller, you got anything?
Yes, sir. We've got a couple items. From our 5:30 meeting today, item 1 was an appropriation from the Economic Development Capital Fund number 27 in the sum of $14,499.18. And it's to fund the installation of a train HVAC unit and new restroom duct work at the Aquatic Center. We present item 1 as a motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt on item 1. All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? All right.
Moving now to our 5:30 meeting last Tuesday. Item 1 is consideration of a resolution to accept the lowest responsible bid to authorize the mayor and the city clerk treasurer to award the bid to Blackstone Construction LLC for the construction of the Russellville Municipal Airport apron. We present item 1 as a motion to adopt.
I've got a motion to adopt on the apron project, Russellville Airport. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sir?
Item 2 is an appropriation from the Parks and Rec 1-cent sales tax fund, number 8, in the sum of $85,288.63 to be used to fund the replacement of the Illinois Bayou Park boat dock. We present item 2 as a motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt for the boat dock at Illinois Bayou. All in favor? Any opposed?
Items 3 and 3A. Item 3 is consideration of a resolution to authorize the City of Russellville to accept the lowest responsible bid from Western Millwright Services and to authorize the mayor and city clerk treasurer to execute a construction agreement and associated paperwork with Western Millwright Services for the construction of the Shiloh Park ADA restrooms, a new score booth, and concession stand renovations. Item 3A is an appropriation from the Parks and Rec 1 cent sales tax fund 08 in the amount of $652,000 to fund that construction. We present items 3 and 3A as a motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt on item 3 and 3A for the Shiloh improvements. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Item 4 is an appropriation from the Economic Development Capital Fund number 27 in the sum of $10,812.98 to purchase fence screening for the Public Works building. We present item 4 as a motion to adopt.
All right, I got a motion to adopt on item 4 for screening at Public Works. All in favor? Any opposed?
Item 5 is consideration of a resolution approving an engineering services agreement and authorizing the mayor and the city clerk treasurer to enter into said agreement with I&S Group for engineering services. We present item 5 as a motion to adopt.
Got a motion to adopt item 5 for engineering services. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Item 6 is consideration of a resolution accepting a bid from Western Millwright Commercial Construction Incorporated on the 2026 sidewalk maintenance for the city of Russellville, authorizing the mayor and the city clerk treasurer to enter into an agreement with Western Millwright Commercial Construction on the 2026 sidewalk maintenance for the city of Russellville. We present item 6 as a motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt for the 2026 sidewalk maintenance. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Item 7 is a resolution authorizing the mayor and the city clerk treasurer, finance director, parks and recreation director, and grants administrator to sign a grant application and associated paperwork with the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism for an outdoor recreation matching grant to be used for renovations of Shiloh Park and to add more recreational amenities. We present item 7 as a motion to adopt.
Hey, Chairman, we need to amend that motion, the wording on that resolution, or, yeah, on the resolution. So I don't know how that process works.
Does this have to amend that? Because we are looking at potentially adding some more to that. And this is just for us to apply for the grant. This is not appropriating anything. So,
What would you be adding?
well, we're looking at some, go ahead, Mr. Olson.
So it says matching grant to be used for, would remove renovations of Shiloh Park to add more recreational amenities at said park. Replace that with matching grant to be used for recreational amenities and connectivity along our citywide trail system and for other purposes.
So is that a motion for the amendment?
That is a motion.
I second.
Have a motion and a second for amending item 7. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so
So that was the amendment.
that was for the
Now-
amendment. Now we have a
now,
motion. We would need a motion and a second for the amended.
Motion to,
Okay, so we have a motion and a second, okay. But, we can amend it, okay, yeah, okay, so we already, okay, I do have a motion. It's as amended, okay, so, all in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Mr. Parliamentarian.
Thank you, Chairman.
Go team. Item 8 is a line item transfer in accordance with ordinance number 1783, and this is to move $682 from the aviation gas fuel purchase line to the overtime line for the airport in the sum of $682. We present item 8 as a motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt on the line item transfer, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Items 9 and 9A. Item 9 is consideration of a resolution to authorize the mayor and the city clerk treasurer to execute an agreement with Tanco Street Lighting Incorporated to conduct a feasibility study related to street lighting infrastructure in the city of Russellville. And item 9A is the appropriation from the Economic Development Capital Fund in the sum of $12,500 to fund that feasibility study. We present items 9 and 9A with a motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt items 9 and 9A for a feasibility study. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Item 10 is consideration of an ordinance approving the private club permit for Blackwood Sports Bar and Grill as required by the state private club permit application for the Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control Division per Arkansas Code annotated 3-9-222. Move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read the first of two readings by title only with short explanation.
Have a motion and a second to read by title only with a short explanation. We'll suspend the rules, read by title only with short explanation for one of two times. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Ordinance approving the city private club permit for Backwoods Sports Bar and Grill is required by state private club permit application to the Arkansas Alcohol Control Board Division per ACA Section 3-9-222 as amended for other purposes. This ordinance, if passed, would grant the required city permit for a private club, Backwoods Sports Bar and Grill at 115 East Harold Drive as required before they can get a state license from ABCD.
All right, thanks, sir.
And item 11 is consideration of a reimbursement request for Main Street, Russellville for the second quarter of 2026 in the amount of $15,000. We present item 11 as a motion to adopt.
About 11 for the motion to adopt. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Mayor, that's the last item on our agenda. Yield the floor back to you.
Thank you, Chairman. We'll now move on to unfinished old business. Item 1 is going to be a consideration of an ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas for other purposes submitted by Josh Spence. This is unanimously recommended denial by Planning Commission. This is the third of 3 readings.
Mayor, I move that the city council deny this zoning application based on the findings and reasons that the planning commission brought forward to deny.
Do we need to read it first? We'll need a reading first, I believe, before we can deny. Either if, I think, don't we have to read it, and then you would either not make a motion, or you could let it die, or you could make a motion to deny it. Am I correct, Mr. Parliamentary? So, would you make a motion? Would you make a motion for reading, Mr. Gray? Because we have to
Sure.
read it before we deny. Read by title only with suspending rules. Yeah.
I move that we suspend the rules and read this item by title only with a short explanation
Okay, for the last time.
for the third of 3 times.
Yes, okay. All right, I have a motion, and did, Mr. George, did you second that? I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the third of 3 readings. Third of 3 readings, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sir.
Ordinance reserving certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas for the purposes of this ordinance, if passed, would rezone property at 120 East Main Street from C1 Central Business District to C2 Highway Commercial.
Mayor, I move that the city council deny this rezoning item based on the findings and reasons of the planning commission and their unanimous denial of said item.
Have a motion and a second to deny this motion. So with it being an ordinance, I do need to have
So,
roll call. Any discussion? Okay.
So, if I remember correctly from one of the trainings at a municipal league conference, when we're talking about zoning and denying something, that the preference is, instead of a yes vote being essentially denial, so a yes being a no and a no being a yes, to actually phrase the motion either to just vote on it or to or to phrase it for approval and then everyone vote no, so there's no confusion as to whether a yes is a no and a no is a yes.
So instead of a motion to deny,
It would,
a motion to approve and then everyone vote?
yeah, and then it
I'm
would.
clear either way, but if y'all want to make a different motion, fine.
We can do either way, I just, that was, that was,
It's what?
I think I've made, yeah.
Yeah, or you, if you do rescind your, if you do rescind your motion, can Mr. Gray rescind his motion and it die? Well, I've got a motion and a second.
I made a motion to deny.
Okay, so if you're voting to deny, if we state it. You vote, you know, so it's because we've already got the motion out there, so, and it's clearly, we'll state that, voting yes is denial of this motion. Are you comfortable with that, Mr., if we make it plain?
I'm perfectly fine, I'm
Okay.
just saying that was the guidance
Okay,
from the
okay.
municipal league.
So next time we will try to remember in future, yeah. Okay, due to the fact that it's an ordinance, I am going to ask for a roll call, Ms. Skelton. Of course I am.
Once again, voting yes is to deny this.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gray,
Yes to deny.
Mr. George,
Yes.
Ms. Wetzel,
Yes.
Ms. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Olson, Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Pearson,
Yes.
Mr. Keller.
Yes.
Got 8 yeses to deny it.
This consideration will fail. All right, moving on to item 2, consideration of ordinance approving the private club permit for Morello's Mexican Grill Club Incorporated, required for the state private club permit application to the Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control Division per Arkansas Code Annotated 3-9-222. Okay. This will be the second of third reading.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read by title only with short explanation for the second and final reading.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the second and final time. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you.
An ordinance approving the private club permit for Morales Mexican Grill Club Incorporated, is required by the state private club permit application to the Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control Division per ACA Section 3-9-222 as amended. This ordinance passed would approve the state permit for on-premise alcohol consumption at Morales Mexican Grill Club Incorporated, located at 1310 East Main Street, Russellville, Arkansas, as required by the state law.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. All right. We'll have a roll call, if you would, Ms. Skelton.
Mr. Keller,
Yes.
Mr. George,
Yes.
Ms. Wetzel,
Yes.
Ms. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Olson, Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Pearson,
Yes.
Mr. Gray,
Yes.
8-0, it passes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Skelton. Moving on to item 3 is consideration ordinance approving the private club permit. Nope, we didn't. Did we not? We did a motion and a second to adopt. That's what you did the roll call. Yeah, correct? Yes, we did a motion and okay. So, where were you? You were sitting next to me. Item 3 is consideration of an ordinance approving the private club permit for Heartland Pizza, also known as Pizza Hut, required for the state private club permit application to the Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control Division per Arkansas Code Annotated 3-9-2020. 222, sorry. And this will be the second of 3 readings.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read by title only with short explanation for the second and final reading.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the second and final time. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sir?
An ordinance approving the city private club permit for Heartland Pizza LLC is required by the state private club permit application to the Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control Division per ACA Section 3-9-222 is amended for other purposes. This ordinance, if passed, would approve a city private club permit for Heartland Pizza LLC located at 502 North Arkansas Avenue, Russellville, Arkansas, as required by the state law.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt. Ms. Skelton, if you'll give me a roll call.
Mr. Keller,
Yes.
Mr. Gray,
Yes.
Mr. George,
Yes.
Miss Wetzel,
Yes.
Miss Young,
Yes.
Mr. Olson,
Yes.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Pearson.
Yes.
8-0, it passes.
All right, thank you. Ms. Baker, if you would remind me to inform both of those that we read those for the second and final reading instead of 3 readings tomorrow when we get in the office. Thank you. All right. Yeah, she's back there. Consideration of an ordinance amending the current Russellville Historic District Commission Code for the City of Russellville, Arkansas, adopted by ordinance 2460. This is submitted by the Historic District Commission. This is the second of 3 readings.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, and read by title only with short explanation for the second of 3 readings.
Have a motion and a second to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the second of 3 readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sir?
An ordinance amending the current Russellville Historic District Commission Code for the City of Russellville, Arkansas, adopted by ordinance number 2460, and for other purposes, this ordinance, if passed, would make the amendments to the current code for the Historic District in Russellville by adding a couple of sub-chapters or subsections that would increase the fee to $100 and shift the burden of providing public notice to the Russellville Historic District Commission from the petitioner.
All right, thanks, sir. All right, moving on to item 1 in new business, consideration of a resolution to authorize mayor and city clerk treasurer to execute an amendment to the 99-year lease agreement with the Dardanelle and Russellville Railroad Incorporated to use certain identified lands owned by the Dardanelle and Russellville Railroad Incorporated for trail construction and trail use to complete in part the Russellville Connected Trail System as approved by Resolution 2320.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to item 2. This is consideration of a resolution setting a public hearing on the vacation of South Utica Avenue right-of-way between 2008 East 2nd and 2120 East 2nd Street. This is City of Russellville, and for other purposes. This is submitted by Henderson Specialties on behalf of CNC Machinery.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adopt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we'll have a public hearing next month. Item 3 will be a consideration of an ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas, for other purposes. This is submitted by Susan Heinzen. If you gentlemen, would you just tell us the location of this, since the location is not there, so we have an idea? You don't have to tell us a lot, but just the location.
Absolutely, yes. This is at 150 South Tulsa Avenue. It's immediately east of the existing Walmart neighborhood market.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh, this is where Bartlett Dental is.
Yes.
There is. We're rezoning that. He has a dentist office. Has a little bit of a small parcel there that's R1, and he's just shoring up and cleaning up the zoning in that to make his piece of property all C4, if I'm correct. No, C2. Or
C4.
C4.
C4,
C2.
that's
C4.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was a vacated
Yeah.
alley. Yes.
Okay, and so he's just kind of shoring up and squaring up that piece so that it's all the same zoning.
Correct.
Doing some cleanup. Okay. Yeah.
Can you do item 4 too, since you're there? It's, Carol Collins.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going to be here for the next, all of them, because the rest of them, we have to,
I was about to camp out up here.
yeah.
So.
So can we
Yes.
get,
Yep.
so that's good. We get a
Yes.
motion on that if you guys are, You do both? Okay, so, okay. So item 4, so we'll do item 4, is consideration ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, other purposes. That's Carol Collins, who also she has practiced there for 20 years,
Yes.
thinking she had a C2 property, and she found out when she was doing something, it's an R1. And
Correct.
so, it's R2, and so she
So,
wanted to go
so
C2.
it's currently R2. I guess right before she had purchased a property some 20 plus years ago, they had rezoned it from C4 to R2. We can't really discern as to why that happened, but she was under the impression that it was a C4 property until about a month ago when she discovered, and we've been moving her through the process since then.
And so that fits in line with everything we've
Yes,
got
it
going
fits
on.
with the
There's no issue?
Yep, fits the prescription. It works for us.
Okay.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement on item 3, read the first of 3 readings by title only with short explanation.
You have a motion and a second from Mr. Keller and Mr. Bradley to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the first of 3 readings. Is that what you said, Mr. Keller? Okay, on item 3. Yes, sir. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, thank you, sir.
Ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas, and for other purposes. Ordinance have passed, rezone property located at 150 South Tulsa Avenue, Russellville, Arkansas, from R1 to C4.
Mayor, for item 4, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read for the first of 3 readings by title only with short explanation.
Have a motion and a second for item 4 to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the first of 3 readings. All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Sir?
An ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas, and for other purposes. This ordinance, if passed, rezone property located at 2802 West Main Street, Russellville, Arkansas, currently from R1 to C2, highway commercial.
All right, moving on to item 5, which is consideration of an ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas for other purposes, submitted by Barrett and Associates on behalf of Janie and Laura Lee Morris Walker. I believe this is on Highway 6, or it's on 16th Street, right across from Hickey Park. There's been a couple of buildings that have not been in use, and we're grateful that these people are wanting to buy that piece of property and put some mixed use, possibly some residential in there for us, which is much needed.
You said 16th Street?
Yes, right across from Hickey Park there. I believe it's where, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but I'm thinking that's where well, no, I think it's the old Red Cross back in the day. There used to be the Red Cross right across there, I believe, so. Do you remember that? I didn't know, I didn't know if you were that old enough, Laura. I'm giving you credit for being young, so, or Councilwoman Wessel. So that, yeah, that's where this property is, and they wanted to do some mixed-use residential there, so.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read for the first of 3 readings by title only with short explanation.
I got a motion and a second. Was the second for Mr. Bradley? Yes, sir. I got a motion and a second, suspending the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for the first of 3 readings. All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you, sir.
Ordinance reserved in certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas, and for other purposes. This ordinance, if passed, rezone property located at 1311, 1315 East 16th Street, Russellville, Arkansas, from the current zoning of C2 highway commercial to R2.
All right, thanks, sir. Item 6 is consideration ordinance rezoning certain realty in the city of Russellville, Arkansas for other purposes. This is submitted by Barrett and Associates on behalf of Real Practices. This is the property located at Parkway and Phoenix on the southwest corner. There will be Real Practices want to put in a walkable neighborhood there,
Right. So
which
this
will
is,
definitely be good.
This is off of Chesty Puller
yeah,
Drive, right behind the St. Mary's Medical Complex.
Did you get any resolution on the issue I brought up, like future facing 30, 40, 50 years from now?
We did explore kind of what potential, if there were potential improvements that needed to be made to the overpass. That is either if it had to shift left or east or west. There would be room likely to add another lane without having to substantially shift the overpass in a way that it would damage or prevent the entry to Chesty Puller, that access. There's also potentially future forward where the parking lot is at the, you have to forgive me, adjacent to the, both this property in question as well as the St. Mary's Medical Complex for a potential future access. But again, if we're talking in scale
Yeah,
of
yeah.
moving the overpass.
I just brought up
then
the fact that
might
if
also be a
50 years from now,
option.
40 years from now, rebuild an overpass. It's like this one, we shifted it to the east, probably going back to the west. If you're going to have to rebuild one, I just wanted to see, just thinking that, because I'm sure plenty of people will be cussing me 40 years from now, but.
We will remember you fondly, because well, actually, none of us will probably be here 50 years from now.
I know if you sat in this seat very long,
Yeah.
some past counselors are like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
So why didn't they think of that? So anyway, I just wanted to bring it up.
It was a good concern.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read for the first of 3 readings by title only with short explanation.
Got a motion and a second, Mr. Bradley there, suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for 1 of 3 readings. All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance reserving certain really the city of Russellville, Arkansas, and for other purposes, this ordinance passed would rezone property located at the 400 block at Chesapeake Drive, Russellville, Arkansas, from M2 to walkable neighborhood, WM.
All right. Thank you. We probably need to speak into our microphones for people at home, if you can. People are, item 7 is consideration ordinance amending the current zoning code for the city of Russellville adopted by ordinance 2443 for other purposes. This is submitted by the city of Russellville. It's just some things that have come through from long-range planning and planning commission.
Yes,
You should have those in your packet.
Mayor, I move we suspend the rules, dispense with the reading requirement, read the first of 3 readings by title only with short explanation.
Second.
All right, thanks, sir. All right, I've got a motion and a second to suspend the rules, read by title only with a short explanation for 1 of 3 readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.
An ordinance amending the current zoning code for the city of Russellville, Arkansas, adopted by ordinance number 2443, and for other purposes, this ordinance, if passed, would make amendments to the current Russellville zoning code, which was adopted by 2443 by amending articles on vehicle on premises, the standards of sidewalks, off-street parking requirements, minimum standards, and also in administration enforcement and area requirements.
Have been asked to read the final here and let everyone know that the Finance Committee meeting is coming up on Tuesday, September 8th in this very room at 5:30. And then the full council meeting and other finance meeting will be coming up on September 17th at 5:30 in this room. And we would love to see any and all of you here. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, but we would definitely love to see you here. We love it when people show up. I will entertain a motion. A motion to adjourn. We will adjourn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I was on the